Hi, I have a story for you about two mice. I think you know this story. So these are two mice, and one mouse lived in the city. So this is the city. These are houses, right? Tall, big houses. And the other mouse lived in the village. So this mouse lived in the village, and the houses are small in the village. And in the village, there are farms, right? So these are farms. Okay, and so these mice, they were friends. And this one was Carol, her name was Carol. And this one, the village mouse, was Betsy. So Carol lived in the city and Betsy lived in the village, right? And so they were friends, and Carol went from the city to the village to her friend Betsy, to visit Betsy. And Betsy said, "Oh, hi, welcome to my home." And Carol said, "What? This is your home? But it is so small. My home in the city is big, and it's elegant, and it's beautiful. Your home is small, and it's not very beautiful." And then Carol and Betsy wanted to eat, and they were hungry. And on the farm, there was corn, right? So this is corn. So you can make popcorn, for example, from corn. So that's corn. And in the village, there is lots of corn. So Betsy had lots of corn every day. She ate corn for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner. But that was not a problem. She liked corn. So that was okay for Betsy. So Betsy gave some corn to Carol, and Carol said, "What is that? What did you give me? Is that corn? In the city, I have cheese, I have chocolate, I have pizza, I have very delicious, tasty food. I don't want to eat corn. I don't like corn." And so Carol did not like the village, and she said, "You know, Betsy, I'm going home. I'm going back to the city. Goodbye." And so she went back to the city. And then Betsy went from the village, so this is the village. Betsy went from the village to the city. She came to the city to visit her friend Carol. And she saw Carol's home, and she thought, "Oh, her home is really very big, and it really is very elegant and beautiful and modern. It is better than my home." And so Betsy came to Carol, and they wanted to eat. They were hungry. And Carol had lots of food. Carol had lots of really delicious food. For example, she had cheese, and she had, so this is cheese, right? And she had pizza, and she had chocolate, and she had lots of things. And so they started to eat the food, and Betsy thought, "Oh my, this is really delicious. This is better than corn." Better, that's a very good word, better. So Betsy thought, cheese is better than corn, and pizza is better than corn. It's more tasty, right? And so they were eating. Carol and Betsy, they were eating the food, and then they heard meow, and there was a cat, right? So that was a cat. And Carol said, "Come on, let's run." And they ran to a mouse hole. A mouse hole is this. So this is a mouse hole. So they ran into the mouse hole. That's Carol, that's Betsy. They were in the mouse hole, and they were really, really stressed. They were afraid of the cat. They were nervous, they were worried, and they waited, right? They waited 5 minutes. And then Carol said, "Oh, that's okay. We can go out. We can go out and eat again. The cat is gone. Everything's okay." And so Betsy and Carol, they went out of the mouse hole, and they started to eat the food again. But Betsy thought, oh my God, where is that cat? Is it here? So she was really afraid. So she did not think, oh, this cheese is so wonderful and this pizza is so delicious. No, she thought about the cat. So she did not really enjoy the food, but she ate the food. And then they heard meow again. It was the cat. The cat came back. And so they ran to the mouse hole again, and they waited, and they were really afraid, and they were nervous, and they were worried. And then they waited for 5 minutes. And then Carol said, oh, that's okay. We can go out. Everything's fine. We can eat the food again. And Betsy said, yeah, you know, Carol, your food is really delicious. It is better. It is much, much better than corn. It's more tasty. And your home is better. Your home in the city is more beautiful. It's bigger. And yeah, it is better than my home in the village. But I'm going back. I'm going back to the village because in the village, I'm not stressed. In the village, I'm not nervous. I'm not afraid. In the village, I'm happy. And in the city, I'm not. And so Betsy went back to the village and she was happy. And that is the end of the story.